My name is Marijn. I was born in Holland, but I've been living in Melbourne, Australia for the last 10 years. So I've been here for 10 years. I work as a sales director for an American company. And what we do is we design fragrances for companies to use those fragrances in their spaces. So in a hotel, for example, where we are now, we use fragrances to create a nice ambience when people walk into the hotel. And as a marketing tool for hotels to communicate who they are as a brand. So as a sales director, I look after the Asia Pacific region. I live in Melbourne, but having said that, I travel a lot for work throughout Asia, where we work with partners throughout the region to sell our products. Yeah, so I graduated in 2000, and after graduating, I was living in Hilversum, so I worked at the Nike European head office for about 5 months. Afterwards, I traveled to Australia as a backpacker for about a year, and moved back to Holland afterwards. Worked a bit more for Nike in Europe, mainly in account management. And in 2003, I moved to Australia, pretty much permanently, and joined Nike here in Australia, again in account management roles, so looking after clients and also part of a new IT implementation project that I was part of as well. In 2007, I changed career, so I went from the sporting goods industry to the industry I work in now, which is called scent marketing, and pretty much have been in that industry ever since, in various roles, both in regional commercial roles as well as global commercial roles. And as I just stated before, I'm currently a sales director for a similar company, so again in scent marketing, but our head office is based in Milwaukee in the US. Look, if I think back about the different courses I had during my ITMC career, obviously marketing, looking back, was very helpful. I mean, the whole product that we sell to our clients is all about marketing. It's all about who do you present yourself as a brand. I think in the sales process, though, if I look at my role, being a sales director, I think the whole sales process is all about psychology. It's all about delivering the right message to the right person, and every person is different. You talk to decision makers, you talk to other people within the organization. So I find personally that some of the psychology elements that I learned during my ITMC course have proven to be very helpful in my current role. I guess that there are quite a few. If you ask me what's the most favorite one, the most memorable one was probably our second year trip to Bali, which I think was the first trip of that kind, which I think you're still doing at the moment. So that was a 3-week trip where we initially stayed as one big group and had guest lectures at different hotels. And then the second week we actually broke up into smaller groups, went to different parts of the island and started working on our assignment. And I think being so far away from Europe, to me it was the first time I was actually outside of Europe, and also having a lot of independence as a group, as a student, to work on an assignment. I think was quite a highlight in the 4 years. Some of the other highlights to me were, again, pretty much all the international experiences. So my 3rd year work experience in San Francisco, where I was based, and then my 4th year thesis I did in Cornwall in the UK. So all up to me, all those international experiences were really valuable. That was one of the main reasons why I chose ITMC over some of the other courses, was because of the interaction with international students, the opportunity to further improve my English as well. And just to be exposed to a lot of different cultures and languages was definitely a key decision for me to choose ITMC. Yeah. I think I haven't really worked in tourism, but I'm still very much linked to tourism in my job, but also the fact that I'm traveling a lot. So I suppose I'm the consumer from a tourism point of view. I can see that tourism has changed a lot. I think in terms of expectations of guests and people's awareness of, let's say, sustainable tourism as well. And I think that's that's what what ITMC makes a very strong course. It's a very good balance between, I suppose, the academic side of tourism combined with the practical side. So I think ITMC in general, they have a very strong link to the industry and have a very broad network in terms of contacts. And I think as a student, that's something that I would definitely want when I start a course.